My name's Luke McKeown. I'm, I guess, a professional horse breaker. We camp draft on our weekends, on days off. That's my life. Work for myself. It's great. Camp drafting is an Australian sport. There's a small yard of cattle and you go in there, you isolate one. So the idea is to come out, you take him round the right-hand peg first, round the left-hand peg, and then put him through the two at the top, which is called the gate. Sounds easy, but it's not that simple. These horses over here are all our competition horses. What? So these are what I call a set horse. They're trained, and it's quite literally just a day or two before a draft, just getting on them and just giving them a bit of exercise. Ours are very fortunate. You know, ours get basically free run. We call them in with a bit of hay like we did today. They do have a good life, these horses. They live how horses do live. Their main diet's grass. So these are all our older cows. We've got more across the road, but there's 30 cows out here in a bull. These are our little herd. So the whole sport is run by generous people who donate their cattle. They donate their livelihood to make the sport run. Like, without cattle, there is no sport. You go to some drafts and it's tough and the cattle were tough. You can't complain about it. And when people start whinging about cattle, my biggest thing is, look, if they're not here, we're not here. In our sport, animal welfare is huge. Sometimes a cow will bump the rail and his nose will start bleeding, boom, you're done. We're playing with someone's livelihood, so we've got to look after them. Righto.
I lived here for 4 years on my own before I met Luke. We were both unhappy for a very long time, I guess, in terms of relationship-wise. And so now we found each other and we're very happy together, and camp drafting's all part of that.
I got in this sport by my father. He started camp drafting when I was 12. Once I left high school, I went up north on big cattle properties. So basically camp drafting's an extension of what I was doing every day. So I got a bug for it when I was a child, and then I was doing it for work every day.
So camp drafting is the second fastest growing sport in the country, next to soccer. Generally speaking, a draft can have up to 1,500 first round runs. It was derived from cattlemen. If they had a breakaway of cattle, they would have to bring the mob back. It's a very fast, dangerous sport. If you get injured, you get injured quite badly. So we have seen deaths and significant injuries from that.
Yeah, no, I don't ever worry about the danger. I feel that I've put the work in to be safe at the sport. There's always a chance of getting it wrong. Does never enter my mind. The danger of it, it's too much fun to worry about the danger.
If I see him in a bad spot, I definitely get a quick short breath. You know, he places and finals every weekend, but that Canning Downs win was just next level special. To win in that calibre of competitor, in that space where it's almost the Melbourne Cup. It's changed our world, it changed how people viewed Luke. He's actually unconsciously competent at it. Doesn't have to think much when he's out in the arena with a cow.
There's a hell of a lot of work to go into it to prepare a horse for one of these competitions. Like, we break him in as a 2-year-old. We don't start him until he's 5 or 6. But the mare that I won on last year at that big event, she's 16, so she's been going for a long time. You know, they're bred to be elite athletes. Camp drafting is a very family-orientated sport. We are family here. help. How strong are you feeling? Are you feeling super strong? That's strong. Can you carry that?
Yeah.
You reckon? Quick. Good job, cowboy.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, what? You talking?
Bucking bull. Hold on to him.
So yeah, we go out with 12 horses every weekend, and we've got myself, Karen, her daughter Danielle, and then 3 granddaughters competing now, and we've got grandsons coming through that'll keep going with it. Anyone can do it. Like, anyone can play this sport. Someone who just wants to have a go on the weekend can just nominate. If he gets in, rock up, and that's why the sport's so unique. You get these fellas that are green as, which, you know, they've got very little experience, up to fellas who are winning at the highest level, all competing against each other all weekend. You know, I can't go play tennis and play against buddy Rafael Nadal or someone like that. Like, they're just going to smoke me. But this sport levels everyone out because that cow, he sort of dictates how well you're going to go a lot of the time. Great scores at 90, anywhere from 85 through to 90. But there's people that are happy with a 68, and they think that's great. They've had a great weekend by doing that.
Next into camp will be 89, Luke McEwen.
Bring it home. Bring it home, son.
We have a score for Luke McEwen and Valentina's Destiny, a 23 cutout, 60 for horse work, 3 for the course for an 86.
There's a lot of people who go out every weekend and don't place, but they're out having a ball, and they're what actually make the sport. We're all competitors against each other, but we're all there to help each other. Like, you be on the sideline with your fellow competitors, and they're there helping you pick a cow. You're there helping them pick a cow. It's a real unique sport that you're not hoping anyone does bad. You're just hoping you can do that a little bit better.